This year was a very, very different Cannes coming as it did in the middle of the biggest economic storm since 1945. This year's Wunderman Cannes workshop was also very different. David Harris and I looked at the ways in which the recession is impacting all sorts of brands, all sorts of companies, and ways in which those companies can get out of this major economic mess. We also presented results from ARG, A Deep Recession Changes Everything, a new Wunderman book that looks at the recession, its impact on people, and ways in which we can use digital technology to rebuild brands and rebuild businesses. But when we look at this recession, we start to realise that it's not just an ordinary recession. Sure, it started off with banks and with bankers, but it's gone beyond that. It's happening at a time of major technological change through digitisation. And if we look back at other recessions that have happened at similar times, perhaps in the 19th century, we see major issues. Back in the 19th century at its beginning, along came the canals. They took the work of 20 men with horses and carts and gave it to one guy with a canal boat that could carry 60 tons of stuff. The end result? Economic progress, technological change, but 19 out of those 20 guys with horses and carts got put out of a job. Similarly, when the railways arrived 50 years later, the railways took the work of that canal boat and moved that stuff in that canal boat by more in 1 hour than the canal boat had done in a day. The end result? Technological change, economic progress, but all the canals went completely out of business as well. And today, when we look at the impact of digitisation, we see it on all sorts of industries. The music industry is being eroded by digital downloads. The airline industry is being eroded by low-cost airlines that have digitised the ticketing process, digitised all sorts of aspects of running an airline, and are able to reduce costs dramatically as a result. The postal industry too is being wiped out by email and by utility companies and banks saying, hey, let's make our customers download their statements rather than give them to them via the post. The TV industry is in decline too. So we're saying with digital that it's no longer about a sexy add-on to your marketing strategy. It's become much more fundamental than that, because businesses, if they don't digitise, won't be around in the next few years. As a result of that, it's no longer digital being sexy, it's about digitise or die.